Mark Denon has been traveling for business for over 25 years, domestically and internationally, and in that time, Mark has learned some tricks of the trade so far as packing the suitcase, so that everything gets there in good condition and so that everything arrives with him that he needs. He has found that a rolling garment bag is the ideal way to pack.
Okay, so the normal way for me to start is I take my garment bag out on the bed, flop it open it up. Next step, I move over to my dresser. To avoid mistakes, I normally take my underwear and I just throw them on the carpet and count as I'm doing it. That way I don't make a mistake. So if I'm going to be gone, I'll just count Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Handkerchiefs get thrown at the same time. I go up to my sock drawer. My socks are all the same color. They're all black. They're all golden toe. I can't make a mistake. So again, here I just started counting and holding each one of them. The socks go in the upper compartment, and in this compartment I also carry all the connections that you would normally use for the iPod and everything else that you normally put in your briefcase. I found it's easier to carry them in the roller bag because they're not used that frequently. Put those in. So my other white clothes I'm just going to put here in this lower section of the bag, which is also waterproof. So if I put running clothes in there afterwards that are wet, I don't have to worry about them soiling my suits. So I zip that up. So I have my socks, I have my underwear done. All my shirts are roughly the same types colors. They're blues, whites, maybe occasional gray or something like that. They're always on plastic though, and that's important to keep them looking good through the trip. The next step is I got to do my suits. I always have 2 extra hangers. These hangers lie more flat than your typical suit hanger, so it's going to be easier to pack. I'll take the pants, fold them up. I'll take the jacket right here. Then those extra dry cleaning bags, you have to keep those here, the top. Now if I'm going to take a sport coat and wear slacks for 2 days, I'll typically do the same thing. You have to be careful with the plastic bags. You don't want to rip them off the seam because you have to use these when you come back. So then I'm going to move over to the garment bag. Lay them in like this. Hold it down. Move back and I get the shirts. Lay the shirts in here. Now here you can always see your shirts, and that's why is that important? Because you have to go pick the ties. So I have a white and 2 blues. Almost anything goes with that. I go back to the tie rack. I typically pick ties out of the middle of the rack because when I return the ties to the rack, I put them to the front. So with the ties, I normally hold the ties over one another like this. Get them the same. And I fold them in thirds. I guess I'm not, maybe that's in fourths. But basically have the long thing, which is the full length of the tie. I come over here and you can see that the whole length of the tie that you see is not folded over. Okay. So then I'm folding this over like this, which draws it tight. Now, if I'm going to run, I get the running shoes, and the running shoes get packed in here on the side. Then I also need running clothes. Those are also in just one drawer. So we're just looking at a Cool Max shirt, Cool Max type pants, and a pair of running socks. These go on the other side over here. They can be stuffed in. Here's another thing I carry. This is black shoe polish, and this is little extra things too, like razor blades. So you always need shoe polish. You never want to be caught without that. That all gets stuffed in here. And now we're done. We have our socks, we got the underwear, we got the shirts, the suits. I'm going to wear the dress shoes. You have to be careful when you zip, you don't get the plastic in the zipper. That can be a nightmare. So now I'm done. I do this the night before. I don't fold it up because I don't want to cause any problems with, wrinkles. I usually take it over here, out of the way, flop it down. Now, the toiletries I always put in the front of my bag. The front of my bag, I always have like a very small umbrella. And I also have my Bose headphones, which take away all the hum from the plane. If you fly a lot, I can't imagine without these things. I have an iPod in there at the same time. So with the toiletries, they put right up here in the top, in the front. So when you're lined with TSA, you can reach right in and grab them and also put them right back in there. And then obviously you have the handle. That's it. I'm all set to go. I walk out the door.